If Eric makes this call, this is just above the rim. I mean, Garrett knows that Eric is very unpredictable and could have something like a king with the king of spades for a flush as well. So, I mean, I don't blame him for just making the call. I mean, 40,000 is a big bet.
Yeah, you've gotten paid to some extent, so why push it?
Now, if Garrett, we'll get to that after. Matt Berkey with 2 kings. Up against 2 of the luminaries from Live at the Bike. Jack, 10, 8, and a flop straight for Eric Hicks.
Hashtag pray for Barkley.
Man. After all the trolling.
5,000.
And Eric's going to fast play this to 5,000. Brick on the turn does not change this board. We've seen Eric with a lot of overbetting today. Does he overbet once again?
13.
I don't see how Barkley gets away from this. Bark boy.
And
he just knows that Eric just, lost a big hand. Can spew here. And his hand's very strong.
Eric with his 3rd overbet for the day. And river is a brick. If Matt felt his kings are good, he's going to feel very good on this river. And an all-in from the Mad Genius and a snap call from Matt Berkey for a $107,000 800 pot.
Eric used his image and played that hand perfectly. Continued on with the overbet line. Didn't change his betting pattern. Knowing that his image looks probably a little tilted after he misread his hand and lost that hand to Garrett.
And the Mad Genius, who did have that tough hand versus Garrett, bought in for $100,000 today. After doubling up here, is now up $7,800. What a roller coaster for Eric Hicks.
You ever have that feeling where you're kind of trying to make a decision and then you've realized that you've waited too long to make a decision and now you don't know what your decision, whatever action you make is what it's going to look like because you've just waited so long?
Yeah, it's usually in a spot where I'm in between like raising as a bluff or value, and then I'm like, oh, they're going to know. Now it's a bluff. Or
I'm transparent. I'm giving it all away.
In reality, the only one that knows is yourself. I think you should still go with the plan. A7-4. Straight draw with that 7-6 to go along with the best hand for Eric Hicks. Matt Berkey doing a little speeding with his deuces. Wow, and Eric's going to make the correct call. He does have that 7 of diamonds to make a flush and that pair. River is the ace. Checks over to Matt Berkey.
Yeah,
Does Matt have it in him for the triple barrel with 2 deuces in his hand?
That's okay. Well, now I know. I stay out. I stay out of it in both directions. Yeah.
He does have a deuce of diamonds. I don't know how good that is for removal, but it does block some flushes. 7,500.
Yeah. Oh, damn, really? Oh, shit.
Eric with 2-pair, but his hand is pretty dusty.
No. Yeah.
Berkey fires.
I mean, impressive. Eric just threw in a time chip. Eric is thinking about calling this hand. From a viewer, Matt has played this hand incredibly. He's repping an ace or repping a flush. If Eric makes this call, this is just above the rim.
Got it.
And Eric makes the call for a $22,900 pot. That is one of the spicier calls I've seen. And let's do a quick shout out to habosauce.com, the proud sponsor of Live at the Bike. I use that salsa on my eggs every morning, and I'm not every morning, about 4 or 5 days, and I put my stamp of approval. Shout out to Habo Sauce. Check them out, habosauce.com, because that was a spicy hand of the day. How Eric made that call, I have no clue. That is a total ownage of Matt Big Bet Berkey there.
This hot hit of the night has been brought to you by Habo Sauce. How hot are you?